guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's weight loss Q&A. I asked you guys on YouTube to ask me some questions, whatever questions you want to ask me basically, and I'll answer them. And yeah, so here we are today. I'm with the lovely Ashley. Hey, we got a coffee. I picked black coffee up from Greg's and I got my almond milk there because Greg's don't do almond milk for some reason. With my Skinny Food Co barista syrup, links in the description, discount code and all that. But yeah, so I got my lovely coffee. Cheers, Ashley. So grab your coffee, guys, and let's just start answering your questions. Ashley's gonna, oh my days, what's going on with my throat?
Take a sip.
I'll take a sip. Ashley's gonna ask me some of you guys questions. She's gonna pick them. We're only gonna do like a handful. There is some questions that you guys have asked that are really good, and I want to make like a whole video dedicated to that. So if I haven't answered your question, don't worry, because I'll probably make a video just solely dedicated to that question. Do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing, click the bell button. If this is the first video you've ever watched of me, hello, my name is Louise and her name is Ashley. You will sometimes see her on my channel. I basically share loads of videos on my weight loss journey. I have lost 120 pounds. I was 269 pounds, lost 120 pounds within like a year, just over a year, and then I've maintained that for a year. Then I competed in a bikini competition where I won the transformation category, and now I am just, you know, trying to live a healthy, balanced lifestyle. I'm in the like reverse diet, weight gain kind of stage after show, so that's where I'm at now. I share my what I eat in a day videos, and yeah, I just try and share my tips and just basically share my journey. That's what I do. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure, you know, you subscribe and like. I also love coffee, so if you love coffee, make sure you like the video and comment down below a coffee cup.
You started?
Far away, baby girl, far away.
How did you know this time was going to be different to all the other times?
This time wasn't the only time I tried to lose weight, was it? Like, I think anyone that's been overweight for a period of time, obviously I was overweight from a child. I've always suffered. I've always battled with my weight, if that's the right word. So tried to go on diets and stuff. This time I knew it was different, because this time when I decided to lose weight, I knew that I had to do it in a healthy, sustainable way. I knew that I wanted to lose the weight and keep it off. I wasn't trying to find the fastest way to lose the weight, because I knew after failing these random diets, Slim Fast, Slimming World, I did so many diets literally, and every single time, even if I lost a little bit of weight, I would give up because it wasn't sustainable. Then I would regain the weight, plus I'd regain more. I felt like after these diets I was always extra hungry, and I'd just go on almost like when you've been told not to do something, you go crazier, you know what I mean? So afterwards I'd end up overeating even more, gain even more weight. So this time, like, I knew that I wanted to lose the weight and keep it off, and I didn't care how long it took. And what was the most important to me was I do it in a sustainable way, and that I change my lifestyle habits, and that I knew that I wasn't going to be able to go back to the unhealthy habits that I'd created lifelong, like my lifelong unhealthy habits. I knew I wasn't going to go back to that I had to change the habits, and that my lifestyle would completely change. I almost had to like give up my old lifestyle, and I was okay with that, and I knew it was going to take a long time. I was more doing it out of self-love than self-hate. I think that's another big thing. I did it I realized that I actually loved myself, and that I deserved to take care of my body, and that I deserved to feel good in myself, and that what I was doing to my body wasn't an act of self-love. Like, I wasn't feeding my body good, I wasn't moving my body, so it was more out of self-love, and I just knew that I was never going to give up. I was going to lose the weight. I didn't care how long it was going to take. But yeah, so that's how. Long-winded way of answering. We know this. We know I like to
ramble.
Yeah, ramble.
Have you considered competing in a non-physical appearance-based competition?
A non-physical. So I was going to say no, because I don't think I'm strong enough to do like powerlifting or anything, but I have seen this someone I follow on Instagram who was going to do the transformation category with me. She does loads of like marathons and stuff, and fair enough, I'm not about running marathon. My goal is to like build muscle, and like running kind of yeah, it doesn't really work well. I'm personally not a runner. Like I don't enjoy running, but I enjoy walking. And it's like, you can walk this marathon. I'm not going to do it because of my foot. I've got like extensor tendonitis. My tendons from walking too much at the minute. So I can't do it because it's at the end of May, but they've got so many of them. It's like you walk the distance, you can raise money for charity doing it. So it's not really a competition, but I'm thinking of doing stuff like that where like you walk from London all the way to Bristol and stuff. Like, I think it's Bristol or Brighton. No, London to Brighton, not Bristol. That'd be, I don't know. But London to Brighton, you do like a walk and you raise money for charity, and I think that'd be really good. So I'm thinking of doing stuff like that where you do like, because I like walking along.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm thinking of doing something like that, like just walking things where I raise money for charity. I really do like bodybuilding as well, so yeah.
Did you ever have days where you overate while on your weight loss journey, and how did you deal with it?
In the beginning of my weight loss journey, I would say no, because I literally just stuck with my calories and stuff. But I definitely have had times, I'm not going to say that from the beginning of my weight loss journey up until now, I've never overeaten. I've definitely overeaten. But I think in the beginning, and whilst I was losing weight, that didn't really happen because I was so focused on losing the weight and tracking my calories, and I was kind of like just seeing the results and stuff. I would say the more times I overate has been since I've maintained my weight, if that makes sense. So when I switching to maintenance, I do want to make a video on how I transitioned to maintenance, and even after prep transitioning to a maintenance, it's the phase I'm in now. I do want to do a video like proper going into depth in it. But that transition, I personally found the time where I struggled with overeating. I think just increasing the calories, we were just something about going from a deficit into maintenance. I found personally for myself, I was more hungry, so I wanted to eat more. And I think as well, you don't have the goal of losing weight, it's like maintaining, so you can eat a little bit more. So definitely have overeaten. Obviously Christmas time I overate, especially holidays overate. I think that's personally I think that's normal. I think everyone overeats time to time. You don't need to feel bad about it. Like, it's just normal. That's what people do. But I have had times where like I've overeaten out of extreme hunger, especially after show, and it's been more of like an uncontrollable thing. Like your body wants to eat more and more. So after I overeat, I just try to figure out the reason why I overate. Was it because my calories were too low? Is it because my body fat was too low? So obviously since competition, that has been like the case. Is it just because I'm at an occasion and that's what everyone else is doing, like Christmas and stuff, and is like, you know what I mean? But if it is like a cause, like, you know, not eating enough and stuff, what I try to do is like, what I've done recently is increase my calories more, and yeah, just try not to feel bad about it. It's normal, people overeat, but you just like carry on. Don't think that just because you overate that you have completely failed and you've got to give up. Like, you just carry on. Like, the next day you just carry on, the next meal carry on. It doesn't have to be, okay, well, I've overeaten now, I've failed, I'll have to start again Monday, because a lot of people do that, and I don't think like I personally don't find that really helpful. So yeah, so we had to come out of the car and find a nice spot out here because my camera overheated in the car. So yeah, we're out in the woods now, guys. Welcome to my video in the woods, in nature.
If you're at the gym doing weight training, do you also then do cardio that day to get your steps up?
Yeah, so my weight training and my cardio or my steps, like, they're separate. So I wear my Fitbit. I do get asked this a lot. Do I count my steps that I do weight training? I wear my Fitbit, and like I wear it when I'm training and stuff, and I go for my walks in the evening to get my steps up. So it's all like calculated all together. So yeah, that's what I do. And walking is my main cardio. I do go on the bike sometimes, and then before I weight train, I do 10 minutes on either the elliptical or 10 minutes walking or 10 minutes rowing, just to get my heart rate up. But yeah, that's the kind of only cardio I do.
Do you have a personal trainer? If not, how do you work out your training schedule and what body parts to train?
Yeah, I have a personal trainer. I've been with my personal trainer after about three months. In my third month or fourth month, that's when I got my personal trainer, and he does my workout schedule. Obviously I have a choice in what I do, so I'll say to him, like, if I decided that I wanted to just do 3 days a week, then I'll say 3 days, and he will basically give me like a full body split, but depending on my goals and stuff, he changes up my program. So at the minute we are doing basically an upper lower body split. So like, say Monday I'll do glutes, then Tuesday legs, Wednesday upper body push pull, and then lower body, and then glutes, and then on the weekend I'm resting. So that'll be my main cardio day. I could choose to do cardio or not. It's like, it's completely up to me. I'll leave my personal trainer's like Instagram in the description down below if you guys want to go follow him, because yeah, he shares like information and stuff like that as well. And then also he does online coaching, so you guys, if you want him to do your own workout programs, because it is tailored to me at the minute, because we are doing at the minute I am doing like alternating weeks. So one week is like more lower body workouts, like some more legs and glutes, and then the next week is like more upper body, then the next week after that lower body. So that's how we're doing it, but my main focus is these legs and glutes, mate. That's what I'm getting.
How do you balance a day job with kids and gym?
Oh, I'm lucky because I basically like work from home. Like I'm basically a housewife, a homemaker, and I do YouTube, and that's like I can basically choose when I work. I can vlog, so I'm lucky in that sense. So yeah, because after I had my second son, I was gonna go back to work, but then I started like doing YouTube, and it's just working out like that. So while I'm able to, I'm doing YouTube, and it's helping. But I do get asked a lot as well, like what was my job before YouTube? I was a carer. I've always kind of been in care, so I worked with adults with special needs, but I've also worked in care homes with elderly people. I've worked with children with special needs, so that's kind of like where I was before.
What was it like behind the scenes at the competition? Was there supportive or bitchy atmosphere? Were the organisers supportive with you at the first, with you being the first timer? Because I remember you said that the guys who did your tan and makeup were nice. Was it well organised?
Yeah, so I was actually really surprised, because you think of like, I don't know whether this is just a stereotype, but when I think of like before, bikini girls, obviously like very beautiful, hair, makeup, skinny, I don't know, like, you know what I mean, yeah, like lean. Being all like a bigger girl and stuff before, obviously I'm not a bigger girl anymore, even though I do sometimes view myself as that, so yeah, I would always see that as like, oh, they must be kind of like bitchy, or I don't know, just I felt uncomfortable. Obviously I just felt like I would be like an outsider, but I was actually really like pleasantly surprised. Every single person, I keep saying this to everyone, innit, that everyone back there was like backstage was so nice. Like everyone was so genuine, everyone's so supportive of each other, and like you just make so many friends. Like I was genuinely so surprised. Like there was no one really like bitchy or anything. Everyone was like really nice, friendly. Everyone was like bigging each other up, saying about how nice everyone looked. Like, you look so good. Everyone was just proper nice backstage. Even like the people that worked there was really nice. It was actually a really good experience. So yeah, even though I did cry when I did my tan and stuff, because I didn't have boobs and I had loose skin. But that was more in like my head. That wasn't anyone else like saying anything or acting in any way. That was just me.
What was the hardest thing about losing the weight?
The hardest thing about losing the weight, I would say, is actually changing the habits that got me overweight in the first place. When you've been building bad habits for your whole life, basically, it's hard to break those habits. So I would say, like, yeah, just breaking habits like eating a whole packet of biscuits with a coffee, or just eating when I'm emotional, because obviously I identify as myself as an emotional eater. Things like that, just actually like breaking through, just trying to change those habits. That was like the hardest part, because obviously habits are something that you do have control of, but you just need to be very conscious at first to not do it. And then the more you not do it and you create new habits, the easier it is. Like, yeah, so.
How long into your journey did it take for you to find consistency or some form of balance to get results?
The first month. I would say like after the first month, it almost becomes like, so the first like 4 weeks, it starts to become like a new habit, but you still have to think about it. It's easy, like 4 weeks isn't going to change your whole lifetime of your other habits, if that makes sense. So it's like the first 4 weeks, it starts to become a little bit more normal. And then I'd say like 3 months, it almost feels like that is like just what you do. And then 6 months is like, yeah, after about a year, I would say I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna go back. Like I can't even remember the way I used to live, if that makes sense. Well, I can remember, but you know what I mean. I can't even remember. What happened?
When you first started losing weight, did you count calories too? Did you ever do keto or just calorie counting? And did you exercise a lot?
Yeah, so I started with Cali Crown and downloaded MyFitnessPal, and I started by going to the gym and I walked on the treadmill on an incline. I inclined it all the way to the top, walked a couple of minutes, started to die, then I declined it, walked for a few minutes to catch my breath, then up again. So I just kept doing it, and then the more times I was like walking on the treadmill for about 20 minutes, doing the incline up, down, up, down, up, down, the more I noticed that my body was like getting more efficient. I was able to walk on the incline for a lot longer before I had to decline it, until I got to the point where I could walk like 20 minutes on a like proper full incline, mate. I was holding on though. Like I would recommend that when you are on a incline walk, that you don't have to incline it all the way to the top and hold on, because you're defeating the purpose by holding it. But that's what I did. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like walking up on a full incline, but I was able to do it for like 20 minutes. But yeah, before I even started to add in anything else. And then I eventually added in the elliptical for like, remember the first time I did it, I could only do like 3 minutes, and then I gradually built up to 5 minutes, and I built up to 10 minutes. Remember the first time I did a whole 10 minutes, I was like, what the hell? And then 20 minutes. And then, so that was like, I was doing that 5 times a week. Then I did boot camp classes, then I started weightlifting, and I never looked back.
What was your fave poses to do on stage?
My favourite pose, I saw this question, I had to think about it. This is my favourite pose. This one. You know why this was my favourite pose? Because you could see that bit there, you know? So that was my favourite pose. I really didn't like the back pose because I was always self-conscious of my butt and that. So that wasn't really my favourite. But that definitely, or not even just that, but this position, definitely my fave.
How did you compensate for your back injury? Did you modify your workouts? Did you see much of a slowdown in body sculpting during your healing time?
Oh, right, yeah. So when I injured my back, I couldn't work out at all. Like, I remember like even walking was painful. Like, that's how bad I injured my back. So I started by just like going for walks. Yeah, because I had to rest for a bit. Like, it was so painful. Do you remember how painful it was? Like, I couldn't even like, yeah, it was really painful. So I just focused on what I could do, which was walking. Push-ups I could actually do, so I was doing my push-ups still, and then like increasing my time walking. And yeah, I lost a lot of muscle during that time. I remember I went like my legs, because I was still able to sometimes do like some bicep curls and all that kind of stuff on my upper body, and I was doing my push-ups. So like I maintained quite a bit of muscle on my upper body, but my lower body, like my legs just went like string beans, mate. I didn't like it. I felt like I lost all my muscle. So I couldn't like actually weight train for a good few months, and then by the time the gyms actually reopened after the lockdown, I was actually able to weight train a bit, like my back. I just focused on stretching and stuff. So I made sure I was doing my stretching and stuff. But then when I did go to the gym, I did more machine weights. So where like I couldn't really do barbell squats. Anything that was like compound movements like that, or like free weights, I stayed away from, or unilateral, so like lunges, like anything that works on one side, because I was just advised not to do that. So I did like the machines for a while, and I kind of didn't really follow a training program. I just did what I like wanted to do on the machines, and then I eventually, like as my back was getting better and better, then I just started going back to it slowly, light weights, high reps, and then yeah, my back is fine now. So I would say it's fine. Sometimes I get a flare up, but. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed all of them questions and answers, the answers to the questions. If I didn't answer your question, I will probably do a whole video dedicated to it, or I will do another Q&A and answer some more questions. But yeah, they're the questions that Ashley picked out. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Thanks for being a good hostess with the mostess.
I tried.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment down below a strong arm emoji, or a tree. Comment down below a tree, because we're in the nature and it's beautiful, isn't it? And a little sun because it's sunny. Subscribe, click the bell button, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, see ya. Want to be ya.